Mrs. Woodard. This is a conspiracy theory video on is Daisy Buchanan a victim or a villain, made by Brooke and Morgan. And the GIF in the top right corner is the scene depicted in the Great Gatsby movie showing when Myrtle gets run over and the eyes looking over her, which is very symbolic. And the background picture shows the screenshot of when Daisy hits Myrtle. Intro. So after most people read The Great Gatsby, people think, oh, Daisy is an innocent, lovely woman. You know, they think she's the victim. She got cheated on by her husband. She's abused. You know, she doesn't live this great life. It's all that she plays a very victim role in the book, and that's what most people believe she is. But she's not. She's not innocent. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she manipulates the characters in the book to thinking that she's innocent when she's not. She knows what she's doing with her voice, what she's doing with her actions. She knows it all. And we realize the facade is fake. It's just fake. She is a victim. She's an evil person for 3 main actions she does towards the end of the book. Strike 1. Daisy's first action she does, which makes her a villain, is running over Myrtle. Myrtle is Tom's mistress. Daisy obviously knew this, and that's why Daisy ran her over. Daisy knew going into it that when she saw this woman running in the street, she first tried to avoid her and then went back and ran her over. Gatsby says it's nerves, but it's not. She plays this fake person. She's not the victim. She's the villain. This quote says, well, first, Daisy turned away from the woman toward the other car. And then she lost her nerve and turned back? No, fake news. She did not lose her nerve. She knew who the woman was and wanted to kill Tom's mistress. This was a repeated action by Tom. She obviously wanted the power to stop it. She was with this rich guy who kept cheating on her, and that's why they kept moving. And finally, she could stop the cheating by killing the mistress. There is never a justification for killing anyone, and in this case, it makes Daisy a villain, and this is only her first strike. Strike 2. After Daisy kills Myrtle, she goes back and plays this, like, innocent role in front of Tom and, like, makes it seem that, like, she had nothing to do with it and that, like, it was all Gatsby's fault. When Gatsby's just so deeply in love with her that all he wants is to be with Daisy, but Daisy's just like, oh, it wasn't me, like, because Tom would know that she knew that it was, like, she was killing her on purpose if Daisy told Tom. So what we said was that Nick sees Tom confronting Daisy, talking to her patiently in the home. After there was someone killed, they wouldn't be talking patiently if Tom actually knew what was going on. A quote we used that shows this scenario, this weird scenario, was, there was an unmistakable air of natural intimacy about the picture, and anybody would have said they were conspiring together. Conspiring. After all of this, Daisy just killed Myrtle, and now she's conspiring with Tom, telling him all these lies, which makes her a villain. She's just an awful person. She betrayed Gatsby, which Gatsby's just in love with her, not trying to deal with this, but he has no clue. He was there to protect her in case Tom beat her. So that's strike 2. Strike 3. Daisy's third strike, which I don't even think we needed to prove she was a villain, but strike 3 is when she doesn't even show up, call, or do anything for Gatsby's death. Gatsby was killed because of Daisy. Daisy killed Myrtle. And Mr. Wilson thought that Gatsby killed Myrtle because Daisy told Tom that Gatsby was driving. Then Tom went back and told Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson shot Gatsby. So it's a whole chain of events that lead back to Gatsby being dead because of Daisy. So she basically kills 2 people in this book. Actually 3 kind of, because Mr. Wilson also dies. A quote we found about this was, "I called up Daisy half an hour after we found him. After her instinctively and without hesitation. But she and Tom had gone away early that afternoon, taken baggage with them and left. After all that she has caused in this town, she gets up and leaves. With Tom. She's just a coward at this point because she kills Myrtle. She conspires with Tom. Doesn't show up for Gatsby's funeral. Does nothing for him when he loved her so much and she went along with it. Just goes. She is a total coward. And what Brooke and I realized from reading this book is that many people may think that Daisy Buchanan is a victim. But this is not true. That's what she wants you to think. That's what you think if you read the book and don't understand it. When you look in depth at the book, you'll realize that Daisy is a villain. She was a villain the whole time in the book, and it's sneaky. Fitzgerald uses lines and paragraphs that may not make sense, but it shows all these little things. The voice of Daisy is very important. It mesmerizes guys, and then she's able to manipulate them. And just everything she says for a reason. She knows she's a fool, but she's not a fool. She's obviously smart if she knows that she has to play like a fool. It's just all this stuff added together. Daisy's not innocent, not at all. She's not the victim. Yeah, she gets cheated on, and yeah, she has an abusive husband, but she also kind of knew what she was getting into and then caused all of this. She caused all this on Gatsby, and Gatsby was harmless. Gatsby was just there trying to love her and was so deeply in love. And just the ending of this story stinks because of how vicious Daisy is. Daisy Buchanan is a villain.